I woke up with one thing on my mind: water. My tongue felt dry and coarse in my mouth, so I made my way to the kitchen for a glass of refreshing water. I ran the tap and held the glass under the stream of water. I took a sip and then another. And another. Still not feeling refreshed, I refilled the glass. Once, then twice more. My mouth still felt dry, almost as if I hadn't drunk anything at all. Water. I need water. I held the cup in my hand for a while longer before placing it down and grabbing my keys. I stared at the keys, wondering why I had picked them up, before deciding to drive down to the shops and get a bottle of water. I needed milk anyways, so the trip wouldn't be a waste. As I left, I noticed that my normally quiet street was for some reason very busy. Anywhere I looked, I could see people leaving their houses and getting into their cars. I headed to the T-junction at the end of my little estate. Left made its way to the interstate, stretching over many hundreds of miles, while right headed to the main street with all of the local shops. I turned left. Water. I continued to drive forwards. I had no destination, but the journey was clear enough, and so I kept the car moving. For hours I drove, and when the interstate got so queued up that traffic came to a standstill, I got out and walked. I was not alone. I could look in any direction and see a large amount of people, old and young, with families and without, heading in the same direction I was going. And I could tell we were all thinking the same thing. Water. I continued walking in the throng of humanity, staying completely silent just like everyone else. After all, what more was there to say? After a couple of hours, I finally ended up where I knew I needed to be. The beach. The waves were thrashing themselves against the sand before retreating back into the bowels of the ocean from where they came. The wind was strong, and the clouds indicated a coming storm, but I had one thing on my mind: water. I took a step forward. And so did everyone else. I made my way closer to the waves and decided to walk into them, enjoying the sharp sensation of cold water wash over my legs. Go. Deeper. I continued walking forwards, the water splashing higher against my body as I progressed. Deeper. Let the waves envelop you. The water was up to my neck, and so I took a breath and went under, the current now pushing me out further to sea. Deeper. I opened my mouth and let the water fill my lungs, causing my vision to blacken, but I still made my way forwards, guided by the sea. Go. Ever deeper.